Yeah, great atmosphere tonight. Compliments again to 3252 and the rest of the fans here tonight. Exciting night. Lots to talk about. Good and bad. Our group showed again good spirit. Showed they were a team. Showed they have bite and don't like to lose. That I was very happy with. Things where we just talked about in the locker room. Things to improve on would be creating more quality chances. If you're having that much possession and dominating the game so much from the 22nd, 23rd minute on, you need to create more clear chances. Other than that, there's really nothing else I told the guys and can take away from this game or see room for improvement.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Well, first off, how's Carlos and what happened at halftime? Franco as well, and Kellen, we saw him lifting a bit.
Carlos, we took off at halftime, just precautionary. We're still assessing exactly what it is, but it doesn't seem severe.
Did you feel something?
Yes. Carlos always feels something. No, so like I said, just precautionary. I don't think it's anything serious, but our doctors are still assessing, and we'll have more moving forward. Thank you. Kellen just I think stubbed his toe on one of the last plays. I think it's more fatigue than anything else, and Franco seemed like it was also more cramping or tightening rather than an actual injury. But we'll have more on that next couple of days. We don't have any clear answers on that right now. Also experiencing some pain, but he seemed like he was ready to keep going.
Just your thoughts on trying to break down Portland's defense in that final third. At times it looked like you guys were playing pinball. And the impact of Brian and Latif in that.
Look, we all know Portland. We know what they do well. They're very successful at playing that way, very result-oriented, pragmatic. They're very good at it. Compliments to Portland for defending very well. It's not easy to stay disciplined for that long, and then with a man down as well. And then in those situations, you need special players making special plays. And Brian made one in the end. I thought he was very good again tonight. And he made a special play to get us on the scoreboard. And it could have been two. We could have lost. So these games are always very tight against Portland. It's a very good team, a very disciplined team, a team we respect very much. And I think if we created maybe one or two more bigger chances, I think we come away today with 3 points. But we have to be happy with the draw tonight.
I thought the team did a pretty good job as well when you got the last 10 minutes or something.
Everybody who came in from the bench did an excellent job, and I think was the deciding factor in us getting a point tonight. It's very important, and a message I also shared with the guys in the locker room that we have a very good team, a very deep squad this year, and one I intend to use. And it's important that everybody makes an impact when they're on the field.
Hey, Coach, I wonder if you can discuss the first 20 minutes of the game, more or less. Portland was pretty much in control. I wonder if you were surprised about that, and how you tried to change, the dynamic of the match.
Surprised? No. I don't completely agree with the statement that they're in control. It's Portland. They're very good on the counter. It's vertical. It's simple. It's fast, and it's effective. And their offensive game starts when they scoop up second balls in the final third, or they find themselves in those positions. And I think it was more or less us being a little too standoffish and not being aggressive with our offensive marking. We also made a few mistakes and invited Portland. But after the 25th minute, after their goal, I thought it was fine. But also what I share with the team, you can't start after you go a goal down against Portland. That's not going to work all the times.
Steve, obviously you just mentioned how difficult Portland is. When you know a team like that likes to sit back and wait for the ball and some park the bus, what were you telling the guys that were coming in, Danny Musevsky and all the other subs to try to break down Portland?
We told them we can't just expect to go down the flanks and cross the ball in from very wide. It's not going to work against Portland. That's exactly what they want. you're going to have to break into their box on the ground and to create more chances in those half spaces. It becomes difficult. And then once we do get in the box, finish your runs, like Falden in the end. Just finish your run. Finish a blind run and good things will happen. It isn't us trying to make the game ugly, for lack of a better word. But if it does end up being that way, you have to finish the game that way. And you have to find a way to win that way. And we found a way to get a point tonight.
Coach, you and Sorrese, coach for the Poland's, had a discussion before the game. What was that discussion like?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
I said you and head coach Poland
Yeah.
in terms of Giovanni Sorrese. You guys shared a discussion before the game. How was that discussion?
Before the game, it's always friendly and polite. I think he just congratulated me on becoming head coach and welcoming me back to the United States after a fairly long stint away from home.
All right, we'll go to some Zoom questions now.
Great, thank you. We'll take questions on Zoom. Go ahead, Charles Bell.
Hey, Steve, you spoke about this rivalry a little before the game. Now that you've seen it in person, seen some of the what seemed like some hot tempers, what do you think that goes into that? Why does this have so much intensity, especially so early in the season?
I can't comment too much on the past, or what happened, but it's great. I love it and relish that. It's a clash of two styles of football, and that's always going to be heated. We believe in this, they believe in that, and we'll see who comes out on top. It's a great rivalry. It's great for the league. It's great for our conference. So I can't wait for more.
Thank you. Go ahead, Steve Hines.
Hi, Coach. When Franco Escobar came off today, you decided to play Ryan Hollingshead. What are some things that he adds to your team? And if I can add one more question, what's sort of like the situation with Moon right now? I know he played in a new position during preseason. So how is he doing in terms of physically, in terms of competition for starting place? Where is he in that process right now?
Yeah, Ryan showed that he's extremely experienced in this league, understands how to play in this league, how to be successful. He is versatile. He plays both sides of the ball. He's very little time has learned our system, and did well when he came on. It's never easy coming on that early when somebody has to be subbed off. So he's a good addition, and he's somebody who, like I said, who's versatile, can play in many positions. At a very high level, and that's a great quality to have in your roster, and we're happy to have Ryan. Moon had a slow start to preseason, so we progressed him a little slower due to injury, and we have him into a physically in a good spot now, to where he can get some minutes and play and make a difference. His physical fitness is a big portion of his game, so he's in a good spot now, and he will play this season, as everybody will. How much is still in the stars, so we'll figure that out when that comes.
Your last question, Max. Go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Just your assessment of set pieces after these first two games. What do you like? Where do you think they're getting close?
Big improvement this week from last week. Last week was at times not always organized and disciplined as we like. We spoke about it this week, trained on it a little more, and we were quite dangerous on set pieces. When the service is consistent and in the areas we were trying to penetrate, our runs were good tonight, the timing was good, and we're getting on the end of a lot. So I'm happy with the set pieces, but I'm happy with the progression from last week, but we aren't where we need to be ultimately, but we still have some time. And again, I think it goes across the board, not just set pieces. I shared with the team, this is match day 2. Let's not push the panic button yet. Not everything went as planned this evening, but the important parts of the game, the effort, the fight, the mentality, and finding a way, it's a huge portion of this game that has been very good, and I'm very proud of the guys for that.